The Falcons. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 43 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Damn, that shit hard as hell to score.
That's fielded in the end zone.
I thought it was going to be like, you know how 2K got their shit?
And a pretty good return here.
Yeah, if they do something like that, that's going to be tough.
24-yard line.
You know how 2K got the mouth for this shit?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker.
I'm broadcasting too.
Now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I'm pulling this dude out.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. This is taken at the 23. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
I'm making my boy Peter look like a fucking all-star receiver.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. And they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to throw enough. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 35 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Bailey got the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV.
Hey, they got you playing for LSU, right?
Who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Yeah, they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
59. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Wide. Get wide. Lucky 50.
Cousins now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Under 10. First. Rhino. Hey, flipper. Hey, flipper.
3rd and long for Cousins. Going up top. And lined up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
I'm going to hit the drop, hit the 45, got the drop.
Ready to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's all.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 84 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific.
Oh, you got to play defense too?
That was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I got you. You gonna take. You gonna black. Kill.
Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
I got you, son.
To throw is Ryan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal.
I'm trying to get him to put you down, Dewan.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
He said hit him up.
His big game continues. Already has a 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Here we go.
RA.
They'll run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That one from the grease board to the field, because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd down and goal. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You ever doing?
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 23.
Well, and they all on Julio
Jones. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception. Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this.
Throw the ball like that no more.
Game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He's got the first down and more past midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed, and an easy day for them.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And off the deflection, it's caught. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware of ball making.
And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On 2nd and 2, Ryan escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Go! Ready! 25! Check! Down to lose 1.
On the keeper, here's Ryan. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They're running it.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Watch the edge. Check the guard.
To throw, there's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, 45. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Again, it's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Ryan. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Cousins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Cook. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive.
There he goes left side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely.
The pervert.